contacts for people that can represent you and help you deal with this problem for a lower fee or for no fee at all. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to give this to you to take home and think about it. And then I'll call you tomorrow with the number that you left with our secretary. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'll call you tomorrow. I'll tell you what James and I are thinking about it, and we'll get your thoughts about the situation and see if we want to move or we're able to move forward together. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us, Natalie?
Is there any chance, even if I got legal aid for the criminal aspect, that you guys would represent me with disciplinary proceedings if it came to that, just as a professional courtesy?
Well, like I said, we have other partners that we have to answer to, and we have to look into our pro bono budget. It's a possibility, but we have to look at the budget and look at what's a possibility. And I'll let you know tomorrow where we're at, and if we need to get back together, we'll schedule a time at that time, okay?
What do you think about me representing myself?
I think it's a bad idea.
I'm pretty good.
I don't doubt that you're very good, but I've never heard of an attorney that represented himself that it turned out very good for him or her.
It's a difficult thing to do.
Sorry.
Okay.
Now, feel free to use the contact information that we provide you with. That's why we gave it to you. So if you have any questions or anything else that comes to mind, we've seen in the past that a lot of people walk out the door and have 100 things come to their minds that they'd forgotten to bring up while they're in here. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll show you to the door. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for seeing me.
It's nice to meet you, Natalie.
The best to you.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
We've got an appointment in 5 minutes, but I think we should talk first.
Yeah.
The next minutes here. Well, what do you think about Natalie Chandler?
Well, I think she's in a really difficult spot.
Right.
I don't see a good way of getting out of this. There's no way to get her off in the words that she used. I don't think that it's resolvable in the way that she thinks it is.
Right. You know, I think even though she was really hesitant to be forthcoming at first, she did give us a lot of information. She did tell us a lot of sensitive information. And so I don't think that we would have any problem with her being up front with us. She seemed to trust us as things went on. I am a little, I'm a lot concerned about her being able to afford our services, and for her to be able to present a very strong case.
Well, I'm also concerned a little bit about, I'm also concerned about her unwillingness really to commit to stop doing drugs. Not that she has to commit to us to stop doing drugs, but when you asked her if she thought she should stop, it was not a very firm answer.
And when I asked her if she thought she had a problem, she said that she thought she could manage it, if she could get her work life together.
Right. I think that's a tough decision that we would have to make. We'll have to talk to our other partners in our partner meeting tomorrow morning about what our pro bono budget is. And what other pro bono cases we've been approached with. I'll talk to her tomorrow and see if she thinks she has the money, where it's come from, make sure it's all legitimate. But, I mean, one thing we failed to talk to her about is that she's probably going to be personally liable for some of the money that if any kind of malpractice case came against her, because she's lapsed on her malpractice insurance. That's one thing I failed to mention to her. And
well, it's difficult in that short amount of time to reach everything, because she came in with a lot of concerns. I think that's why it'll be valuable for you to follow up with her. She talked about knowing a lot of, or having a lot of big guys that were clients, and one thing we need to be sure to be clear with her about, if she decides to move forward and she says, well, I was able to raise some money, right? Because that happens often. People go to family, friends. We need to make sure it's clear that we don't want any dirty money coming to our firm. We don't want her friends that are participating in illegal activities to be funding her legal services.
Right.
Anything else? We've got about 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, like I said, I think that one thing we could have maybe got a little more information about plea bargaining. We maybe should have talked a little bit, because she obviously has a lot of people that she's under a lot of client privilege with that as well, so that probably wouldn't work out very well. But she may have some information about people at these parties or other things that would destroy her practice, but that was an option that we did not discuss. It was an option. I don't know that she would have taken it or liked it, but it was an option that wasn't put on the table that maybe she should be informed about.
Sure. I mean, her goals were to keep the photo secret, which we talked to her about, and to keep her license to practice, which we moved her toward. But there are a lot of sort of appendages to this primary goal.
Right. And the tough thing is her goals don't seem to be very congruent. I don't know if they're even accomplishable together.
Right.
Maybe we should have checked her on that, but 30 minutes, I guess, was a little low. And if she wants to have another meeting with us and wants to pay for it, then we can chat again with her.
Okay. Will you follow up with her tomorrow, as you said?
I'll talk to her tomorrow. I'll talk about most of the stuff that we've talked about here and some next steps that we're willing to take with her to further maybe test the relationship.
And then let me know.
I'll let you know.